goes what?
He said here goes
Here
nothing.
goes nothing.
Mm.
Okay. God damn it. That fucking fireballs are ridiculous.
There you go.
God damn it!
Oh, head. Oh, are
You've
you
gotta be
serious?
You've got to be kidding me.
Well, at least you can touch the body. Oh.
Oh my god!
Come on.
Please, please
Come
be
on.
over!
Power trip.
God
There's
damn.
Emily. Yes, give us
Oh.
that kiss.
That's a
Wow.
well-deserved one in this
Oh
game.
my god.
What can I say?
You don't have to say anything at all.
It is good that you are safe. We have endured much, but I am glad that I could save you. Simon! I'll kiss thy lips! Mr. Rice, Mr. Exit, Mr. Timetable, baby!
And they spelled table wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yes!
Wow, this game is insane.
That was-
the difficulty. Wow.
That last
maybe not
boss.
insane, but wow. They really
three-part boss.
They cranked it up.
Yeah.
They cranked up the difficulty because we played through the first 3 levels and we thought, this game, dare we say it, it's not all that hard.
Yeah.
But then like level 4 turned it into Castlevania. Because then it's like the difficulty just ramped right up.
You're fighting 3 bosses before Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's
Man-Wolf,
true.
the
Well-
vampire, the knight, and then...
Well, that's all level 4 is. It's like
Yeah.
it's a gauntlet. It's a
boss
Universal Monsters gauntlet, is what it is.
Actually, yeah. Fuck.
I have to say one thing. Just be thankful when every time you fell off the ropes, you didn't have to fight that fish dude.
I
Oh my
was
God, can you imagine? Well, instead of I don't know, maybe it would have been easier to do that than to have to lose like
9. Yeah, like all of a
2
sudden your health. That's a
Yeah.
cool shot.
That's nice.
That's very Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, it was funny too, because like the only reason I beat that last form of Frankenstein is because he was shooting on axes.
So you can
Like I could always know where the blank spots were.
Yeah.
That first the big form of him, he was shooting at every single thing,
Every single angle that you could avoid.
and you can't like.
This is one of those times where either
Oh my.
he's not dead.
No, he's dead.
No, he's not.
He's dead.
I think
that was kind of cool, actually. Almost like a teaser of like,
That was
hey,
kinda
am I
neat.
dead? Is there
Yeah.
going to be a sequel?
That's funny.
What it needed was an ability to either destroy or block projectiles,
Yeah.
and then at least you could have blocked so many of the shots.
Well, the fact that he had. It felt like 20 hits. I didn't count them, obviously. I was busy.
It was.
But, like, the hand was unfucking
Was 8
necessary.
hits on its own.
Yeah.
The body was at 20.
Oh my
The
God.
head was another, what,
felt
7?
I think 7 or 8.
8?
Yeah.
7 or 8.
So, I mean, you're talking
wasn't the full 10.
40 hits while you're dodging all this shit.
Yeah.
It turned into a bullet hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
Oh, it truly was. But you power through it, man. You were the savior. You saved the day.
You telling him to
'Cause-
fuck off was the key.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it was
You're
affecting.
getting pissy and telling him to fuck off,
Oh,
and this
yeah.
game was bullshit and going away. That's what the drive he needed to do it despite you.
Well, no, I fully admit, I was very happy he couldn't beat Manwolf.
Okay,
I know that's fine.
The way Manuel fought for him versus you was like night and day, though.
I stand by the fact that with Manwolf, same thing that happened with Karate Kid. I played a different game than you did.
Okay, how is this spelled? Is it Frankenstein : The Monster Returns when you look it up, or is it Frankenstein the Monster Returns?
Frankenstein the Monster Returns.
All one.
Yeah.
All one.
Okay, I don't know about that, buddy.
Yeah,
The very first, especially that first time,
Uh-huh.
he was just like, guess what, I'm gonna hug you when you're dead.
You did get fucked pretty hard.
yeah, didn't I?
That was
He, like,
bad.
he literally stood on him and was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What am I doing? And then every time I'm like, okay, I gotta move to the right, I gotta move to the left. He just followed me. He kept following
He
me.
was like a little puppy dog.
Yeah, it was cute. Wow.
So, we start this off, difficulty. What do you give the game for difficulty?
Well, first off, Frankenstein the Monster in the Bank.
Is in the bank.
It was 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's not bad.
2 hours,
You know,
2.5.
It's funny because it felt like we were playing double that.
It definitely did.
It felt like 5 hours, not 2.5 hours.
Well, it's one of those cases of it feels longer than it really is because things are so quick. We die quick.
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
levels
true.
are quick. Like they're
yeah.
really that's kind of going to play into like the fun and everything. But you're right. Let's start with difficulty.
I'm a little confused with this one because it was very easy, but then by the end of it, I would almost say it would be pushing this game into maybe 6 or 7 as far as difficulty, because while the game is not quite impossible, you have continues, you have a password feature, you can start, and actually, at one point you had 2 life bars. I wonder how many of those you can stack.
Oh,
So
the
it's
potions.
like when you get the potions. When you get those and you get your password, you save with everything that you had up to that point. So I could see it being super easy where you farm stuff in the easy levels, the 1, 2, and 3. You get everything that you possibly can, and then you've got your password and you go into level 4 just balls to the wall.
Well, it was nice too in the fact that those roly-poly guys in that like second segment, you could farm the health increases.
Yeah.
Which I almost feel like was on purpose.
It probably was.
Because like Manwolf was by far the hardest one of those
Well,
bosses, but
even if it wasn't on purpose, it's probably one of those things where that set spawn, like, because of the way the level's designed, it's meant to top you up right away at the beginning. So it's just every time the game is just set up to, oh, the first one of these that spawns gives you this. So it might not have been intentional to farm, and just the fact that the way that Nintendo does the
way the respawn
the
was.
respawn systems usually work, that you can just happen to do that.
Because there were 2 points that it dropped the blue potion.
Yeah. But
So I have a feeling the first one was literally just to top you off, and the second one was to get you there at the end.
Yeah, but these enemies definitely respawned almost like Ninja Gaiden
It was
respawning.
bad.
Yeah.
It was you went back on the screen and there they were, just ready to pounce.
Yeah, well,
But-
and there's passwords, and you keep everything, but you also keep the continues.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because my initial
Yeah.
thought was 5 or 6 because of the passwords, but because you keep the continues even with the passwords, it almost makes you replay levels.
Yeah.
So you beat it without using them.
But I also think too that it makes you replay levels, and even if you keep your continues, it doesn't matter because you are still going up against Frankenstein, who like
he's a rough.
He is a rough boss,
Yeah.
and one of the few. I mean, there's a handful, of course, probably more than that, but one of the few where you have the dreaded triple form boss.
Yeah, there's very few games that do a triple form boss like that.
It was common for that double form,
Right.
but then once you hit that triple form, like, oh my god.
I was not expecting to fight the head.
No, I wasn't either. I thought the head was going to
Like fall off that one
jangle,
time.
fall off, and then it's like, yep, you beat it, and it's
Burst
nope.
into flames.
Yep, and then nope. Of course, it's the third form of the boss.
Which Goddamn. I panicked very fast, but...
Yeah,
especially when you're down to one peg.
Yeah.
There's a lot of clenching going on.
Of course, hey, you know what? That's Power Trip. That's Power Trip in a nutshell.
Glad I picked up the pattern quick. The pattern reminded me of Medusa.
A little bit of Last Head magic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It really did. Yeah, except it was Medusa, only instead of the tongue coming at you, it was the fireballs.
Yeah.
So
it was... Yeah.
Overall, the game is not that long. Like, I mean,
No.
like we said, it's 2.5 hours.
First time ever picking it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe I would lean towards that 6 as far as the difficulty.
I'm sitting at a solid 6. I'm wavering between the 6 and the 7. I don't think many people are going to play this for very long.
Probably
because
not.
it's a shitty fucking upgrade system where you lose things when you get hit, which sucks.
It's like Castlevania on the Game Boy. When you get hit, you lose lose every one of your upgrades.
I mean, it has shooter mechanics, which in a game like this are just stupid.
Yeah.
But like, they weren't necessary. They just made it easier. Which in shooters sometimes it feels like they're necessary. You need the power ups.
Yeah.
This was not that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I don't know, because that last gauntlet, that's quite a stage.
It really was. It truly was. I was not expecting that at all.
Well, Kevin, what do you think? What would you give it?
As an outsider who was looking in on
to be honest, I would probably lean towards the 7 because the password system saving your continues is just cheap.
Well, I mean,
most other games that use a password system, when you've got whatever number of like lives and stuff, you use that you get all of that back.
Right.
So basically, you're given 3 lives,
pretty much,
and that's it.
3
so
lives for the game.
I was gonna say one thing that you were that. So I feel like this is the trade-off: is that when you do use a continue or you continue, put in a password, you start at basically ground zero, but of that level.
Yeah.
So because you keep the same amount of lives, it's like that's the same reason why you get to keep the same amount of potions that you have. That's why you get to keep the same weapons that you have at the time. However, though, and this is where it gets... Shit, hold on. I had a really good point to make, and then it's... Oh my god.
Wow,
It's
Andy,
just...
fast forward?
Please do.
Well, I can continue, but so...
Oh no, it's
like
gone.
losing like that sort of stuff, but then like you get the cool abilities, like the lightning. Well,
we used it once.
It was pointless.
The bomb.
If they would have been a permanent upgrade that had like another like system in place, it would have been a worthwhile thing. But like,
I got it. So it saves your potions that you get.
Yeah.
However, any life extensions that you have gotten, those don't save.
No.
So it's like, okay, so the lives don't save, those don't save. So what if your potions save? Like, I mean, it's I think to a degree it is kind of unfair because they're very selective on what saves and what doesn't when you use your passwords.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think the fire from the sword fire continued.
No.
The lightning didn't go with you. The 3-way fire shot didn't go with you.
The 3-way fire shot didn't even go with you during a level.
Yeah, so
I beat Dracula with the 3-way fire.
And you didn't get to keep it on the next level.
Yeah, I didn't even get to keep it.
Or the next segment. Yeah, it was insane.
It's,
all right, I would lean towards that 7.
The 7 seems like a fair number to give for it.
I would lean towards that 7.
I'm inclined to agree.
And let's not...
And like we said, that last level is basically 7 bosses.
Yes, and lest we forget how bad the hit detection is, that makes it almost a little bit more artificially difficult.
I was about to... That was my addition to... Or my contribution to adding it to a 7.
Yeah.
Is the controls are not... They're okay, but you are sluggish.
Yes.
And when things are moving at your pace, if not faster, that sucks. Couple that with the shit hit detection, you're right. That is very rough.
Yeah.
And then the vampire the bats were basically not seeable.
No, they were glitching.
Every time you
They
went
were
into that fight.
glitching out.
That was stupid.
Between the background color and then like everything, if he had only been able to shoot out like one or two, so you could see them, and
make
they
them
were
bigger.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I don't think that the programmers of this game had anticipated anybody making it to Dracula with the triple shot, with the fire shot. Because do you realize how slowed down the game became because of that, with the bats mixed with that triple shot? Oh my god, they didn't want anybody to get there.
Which, to be fair, this game had very minimal slowdown.
It really, it did, in a sense. Yeah, that was, I think, the only time where it actually really slowed down.
Yeah. Which, I suppose, will kind of creep into fun. I mean, yeah, 7 for difficulty feels...
It feels fair.
I'm comfortable with that. I think that's accurate. So, for the fun, this game does not play great. The controls are okay. Hit detection is like... Dude, Puss in Boots had better hit detection than this.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I won't go so far as to say X-Men had better hit detection, but... That might be able to.
I will punch you in the face if you say that.
Wolverine had better hit detection than this.
Yes.
But, like, it was the fact that you're never certain what the hitbox of your weapons were.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you had that big fucking sword. Am I ducking to hit the enemy? Am I standing up? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. Like, you couldn't... There were some times where you do the same thing and get different results.
Yeah.
And that always pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
But, mechanics aside, I think visually this game is fan-fucking-tastic.
Audio as well.
So this is...
it's a weird enigma.
It truly is. Because I found myself getting frustrated at this game, but there were so many points throughout this entire game that we kept telling ourselves, wow, this looks good. This looks great. Look at that story. Look at the cutscenes that they threw in. Look at the graphics. Look at the designs of the bosses. Like, it was... Okay, mechanics aside, it was a very well done game. Like, I
Absolutely.
mean,
Design-wise,
the levels looked pretty... Like, they were different. Mm-hmm. I mean, the evil realm looked like the evil realm.
That was cool.
All of the boss designs were fantastic. The music was really surprisingly good.
I was
It
down.
never got annoying.
No, I never got sick of that music.
Except when I was singing it.
Yes.
Well, but that's just we got sick of you. Here's the difference.
I know. No, I agree.
So, I mean, honestly, the only thing that I would truly fault this game on is the mechanics of the slowdown, but a lot of the hit detection.
The playability is what hurts it.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to give it high marks because holy shit, this game has so much context. It almost context overload. Mm-hmm. Like, Ninja Gaiden, I don't even think had so much... well, that's not true. Ninja Gaiden
was the original movie game. Yeah.
I have a feeling the reason this game is so short is because they focused 90% of their development time on doing those awesome cutscenes, and we're like, oh wait, we're making a game. We need to make a game to go with this.
That narrative was fantastic.
It was good.
Like, every cutscene was gorgeous. Mm. Every character model was gorgeous. Every, the face things was top notch. Mm-hmm. Like,
they moved.
Yeah, it was so good.
They had different, styles of things, like the panoramic ones and it panning. Yeah. The fire element when he's standing there looked great. Him in that one scene where he's running with her towards the forest.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Just the parallax scrolling that they had on those. I mean, this was 1990.
Yeah.
I mean, it was relatively early on, or right in the middle of the life cycle of the Nintendo.
When was Adventure of Link? Was that 89?
88.
88.
I think. 88.
Okay, so this is a couple years after that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninja Gaiden was 89, right? Or was that?
Yes, that was 89.
Yeah. Okay. I would lump this up there with Ninja Gaiden as far as context and story and
visual style. Yeah.
This.
So
it blew me away. I was not expecting it.
So I am going to go out there and I am going to say this, is that on a scale of 1 to 10, what I would give Frankenstein for fun, it would be bordering 5 or 6. There is a lot to love about this game. Yes, the mechanics almost kind of destroy the playability of the game, but that cannot detract from how many times we genuinely were going through this saying, oh my god, that is a cool boss.
Yeah.
Or, oh my god, look at these videos.
Medusa's
oh my god.
babe.
Those, like, the story is so well thought out and so well conceived. We didn't even need the instruction booklet for a story because we got it literally in-game.
Yeah.
How many times did that ever happen in a video game on the Nintendo?
Not
often.
Puss in Boots was 1990.
I was
Yeah.
outside of RPGs.
No. Very rarely.
I was, at first, I was going to echo the 7. But
I don't know if I could
playability,
go...
that's kind of...
Yeah.
Playability is the core.
I would stand as high as a 6 because I do think that this game is definitely above that middle of the road, but because of the hit detection and some of the inconsistencies that we ran into, it can't go higher than that. I think that this game, had they had almost like the controls of, like the tight controls of a Ninja Gaiden, mixed with the hit detection of, say, like an Adventures of Link.
Okay.
This game would literally be probably a 9. I would almost say that this game would be one of those gems, like up there with Guardian Legend, of one of the best games that was ever made on the Nintendo that nobody ever talks about.
Right.
But
Nobody talks about Frankenstein.
Nobody. But because of the fact that those sins of the inconsistencies and the hit detection, I'm gonna go with 6 because it's a great game, but man, did they really miss the mark.
It's like getting a really, really cool poster and then finding out there's like a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a polished turd.
Yeah.
It's pretty, but at the end of the day, it's a game and you have to play it.
Yeah.
And if you can't really play it, who cares how good it looks?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like a parallel for modern gaming.
Oh, look at that.
Who cares how good it looks if you can't fucking play it? Yeah, I agree. 6, I think, feels right because it has all the elements of being a wonderful, wonderful game.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much about it from a design aspect that just blew me away.
Yeah.
It felt very RPG-like. Like I said, it almost felt like Astyanax.
Mm-hmm.
And Astyanax was kind of the same feeling.
Only the music wasn't great.
Right, the music wasn't great, but it had a very good story, and it was presented well, and it had a nice wealth of power-ups, and it was fun, but goddamn, the playability of Astyanax is not good.
No.
So, and this was the same way. It's like, once you got out of those cutscenes and you went to play, you're like, oh, right.
Yeah, it's not as good as the cutscenes.
But at least, like, the backgrounds were fantastic. There was at least gorgeous stuff to look at.
Yes.
But then you're like, oh yeah, that's right, it plays like shit. But and at the same time, like, the power-ups, like you said, we saw the thunder once. We saw the bomb
once.
Like, a lot of the power-ups only came around that one specific going indoors. We did, what, twice?
Yeah.
And if I hadn't told you could do it, you'd never know.
No, because it just kind of blends in.
Yeah, it just looks like a background.
Yeah.
So and then you got the cheap hits and all this other shit. So it's like, yeah, it kind of commits too many sins, as you say, to really boost it up with the upper echelon.
To get it in that upper echelon.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, had this been a little bit more polished, I truly do think that this could have been, like, in the annals of, like, you make comparisons to, like, to Contra like you do to Frankenstein. Like, it's just, it would have, there could have been so much promise to this game, and it just completely fell short because it just wasn't polished enough.
I agree with you.
So, but I do have to say, though, it was a welcome gem that I wasn't expecting.
I had no idea.
It's got its flaws for sure, but at the same time, like, it's a unique title that was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. This is the dialogue of the bosses. Even that water dragon. Like, why would you expect a cutscene with that?
Yeah,
When he's coming,
yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It added so much flavor to it. That's definitely where it came up. Like we said, design aspect pushed it up above middle of the road. So that's 7 for difficulty, 6 for fun. Paul, what did you pay for Frankenstein: The Monster Returns?
So for Frankenstein: The Monster Returns, I bought the game and the box together at a Midwest Gaming Classic long time ago for $29.99. And then at a future Midwest Gaming Classic, I found the instruction booklet for $14.99. So altogether, I paid $45 for it complete.
Wow. That's a heftier price tag than a lot of games. that you spent money for?
Back then, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So, as of this video on pricecharting.com, Frankenstein goes for $129.48.
And that is just card only, right?
That is only the fucking card.
Wow.
So, honestly, this is a game that you don't see it often. This is definitely a rare game.
This is a hard one to I don't recall seeing a lot of.
Nope.
And yeah, it is not. It's not common.
Nope.
It's not uncommon. It is rare.
Yeah, it is straight up rare. So.
But do you feel that what you get might be worth paying that?
Not at that price, no. It's not. I mean, it's a great game, or it's a great experience, but if it just was more polished and it would make you want to play the game again and again and again, then maybe it would be worth it. But because it's not, it's no Guardian Legend.
Mm-hmm.
I
no
cannot.
Samson.
Yeah, I cannot say that it would be worth that much of an investment just to try to play through it once. And the average gamer is going to get frustrated with it and just stop.
I feel as the price you paid for it for cart only is probably as high as I would go. For a game that's this rare.
Yeah.
45 or whatever you said, I think.
Yeah, I paid 45 for it. So yeah,
that would be good.
It was worth it. It was worth every penny of that. If you're talking triple digits, you're talking $100.
It better be good.
It's got to be. It's got to be knocked down the doors. Amazing.
Yeah, which Little Samson's a bad example because that's quadruple digits.
Yeah,
but it would better be a Little Samson. It better be like. It better be on its game, so to speak. Like, it's got to be perfect, or as close to perfect as you can get. And this one, sadly, is not. Great experience, like you said, but not quite hitting the mark.
Not quite there yet.
No, I'm gonna agree. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Play it vicariously through us. So there you guys go. Frankenstein: The Monster's Return. That's that.
That is that. So. Hit us up on Facebook.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Go to powertripgaming.tv. It'll take you right to our channel where you can watch all of our other Nintendo playthroughs. Complete playthroughs.
That's right. You can watch our side quest videos where we play fantastic things, like we're playing through Visage for the PS5 right now, which is a terrifying experience.
It is super terrifying.
You can also go to iTunes and Stitcher for the PTG Powercast, where you can listen to us talk about stuff.
Random stuff.
Yeah,
where
if you like hearing this velvety sounds of our voices. Some of us
He's not talking about anyone in
more
this
than
cast.
others.
I do have to say, though, that when I am presenting, and my voice does tend to put people to sleep. I have a very, soothing voice.
Truth be told, I have listened to our Powercasts just at random.
Yeah.
When I'm, grinding in games or something.
Sure.
Your voice puts me right out.
Does it really?
Yep, I'll be...
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it is very soothing. I have now started telling people, hey, if you are even the least bit tired, get some caffeine, get some coffee, get some soda, because I am going to put you to sleep.
Maybe that's why I'm always tired when I'm sitting here.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's definitely not our shoddy game playing.
No.
If you don't feel like contacting us on social media, you can always send us an email at nespowertrip@gmail.com.
Yep, you can, so that'll do it. So next time on Power Trip,
we will play something better.
Maybe.
And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All those might come out after Halloween, but you know what? Frick it.
Spooky season.
Spooky season.
Happy spooky season.
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
I'm your monster.